Hey Doodlers, how are you doing? Today we're going to draw a glass of milk. I've been practicing a little bit, but let's not talk about it. Let's do it. You are going to need a pencil and a pen and an eraser. So we're going to sketch in pencil first, then draw in ink, and then erase all the pencil lines. Now glass is basically a cylinder, so this is going to be all about ellipses. And you're going to want to draw an ellipse at the top of the glass. And so this is a squashed circle. It's a circle that's been sort of turned sideways and it looks like it's squashed. And then we're going to take a line down and we want that to just come in a little bit so it's flared up at the top. And then we want a curve joining those two lines at the bottom. And that curve is basically another ellipse, but you're not seeing it because it's underneath and hidden by the milk. But we do have a big kind of lump of glass at the bottom of the glass, like that. And then we're going to want the level of the milk in the glass, and that is going to be the bottom half of an ellipse. So it's going to basically just copy that curve there like that. And then that is going to sort of come around like that as an ellipse. So it's pretty much a copy of that ellipse, just slightly narrower because that's flaring inwards like that. And now with your pen we can do some ink. So start up at the top, and the point where the ellipse meets the straight line is where you want to start and come all the way around to that point where it starts going straight down again. And I don't normally do this on this channel, but I'm turning the page around because this way I get a much straighter line going down. I just keep making sure it's in the camera, and then come down like that. And then we'll be able to join those two up with a curve at the bottom like that. And then we can do that curve. Sometimes curves are easier to do upside down. And then we're going to do that curve there. I'm doing that one upside down because it's easier. Now, this is where it gets complicated. If you need a help sheet or you want to know how to colour this in watercolour, come and join us on Patreon. Follow the link above or in the description below. We're going to continue this ellipse around to about there and then just let it fade away. And here we're going to do the same. And then just let it fade into dots. And then we are going to draw, maybe you want to pencil it in just so that you can kind of feel where you're going. You want to draw another ellipse which is just narrowly inside that original one like that. And we want to draw the whole of this bottom one. So this is representing the thickness of the glass. So if you've got a really thick glass, then you can make it much thicker. And here we want this to come around, and that's going to fade away there. This is going to come around and it's going to fade away there too. So now we can see the top part of the milk. I'm going to just put a little curve there and a little kind of bubble, because sometimes you get a bubble in the top, don't you, like that? And then what I'm going to do is draw a little line down there and a little line down there, not quite touching that curve, and then that's going to spring out there. So it's a weird thing about the milk, because it's white, it kind of takes up all the colour right to the edge, but because the top part is glass and you're looking through the glass there, you want to kind of see an edge of glass, and you can maybe make that a bit darker there like that. And then at the bottom, this is a great block of glass here, and we get this kind of weird pattern thing going on at the bottom, and it's really kind of a scribble, and it wants to kind of lock into itself like that, a bit like that. That will work, I think, something like that. And then finally we want to add some shade, and that's going to come at an angle like this, and we want to make these nice and even and nice and equal, just sort of coming in. If you do a little flick at the end, then that kind of fades the black out towards the end. And you can add some cross-hatching if you want. So we can do at an angle like that, and then that will just kind of fade there. And we can add some extra, which will cross at a different angle, just like that. Now, when you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase all those pencil lines, and no one will know how you ever got it so accurate. And if you want to, you can put a line behind there and make it sort of continue like that. That'll help to make the white of the milk more white and help to place it on the table. If you would like a help sheet and would like to know how to paint this in watercolour, come and join me on Patreon. In the meantime, keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.